I'm usually pissed because people are just so stupid and incompetent. Let me get out of this weird light here. I moved like 2 months ago. Trying to get away from the a city. Came to a small town. Well, it's basically just a small town. But I am further outside of town where, it's. See, I was going to park right there, but there's a woman in that car. And she would probably back right into me. So, let me just pull over here because I got to. I'm in. If you live in Springfield, Ohio, which is a town just south of Columbus, Ohio, you don't have a lot of choices. There is no business park where you can just get a mailing address for whatever purpose. The only thing in this entire town is the UPS store, which UPS denies culpability, and whoever owns that UPS store, they're just a franchise, like I find out, and they deny responsibility for everything. I shipped a very expensive set of body armor. I made the mistake of letting these purple-haired, nose-ring liberal retards handle my shit. So I know one of them stole it, or the stupid hillbilly driver stole it, because it never got to the distribution center in Columbus, which is only, 40 minutes away. Never got there. No explanation, no nothing. No apology, no nothing. Unfortunately, I insured it, but only for a couple $100 because it's so goddamn expensive. It would have been more than the shipping cost to fucking insure it. It's insane. And the mistake I made was insuring it, because then they knew it was valuable. So the moment I said that, because she was fucking around with it, I said, don't take it out. Don't pull it out of the box. I said, all I want you guys to do, you agreed, you just cut the box down and tape it, stick the fucking label on it. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll take care of that. I'm like, I'm not leaving it here open like this. I said, the girl was, they're brain dead. They are young and they're brain dead. They have not a clue. And of course, they're all now liberal retards. Uh, they blame everything on somebody else, and they don't want to work, and they don't understand the concept of service. I just dealt with apparently the woman who answers the phone, and she is just, what a cunt, for no good goddamn reason. The moment I walked in there, they knew who I was, because when I dropped that box off, the girl starts pulling the shit out. I said, no, no, no. She wants to know the content. I said, don't take that out of there. I'll tell you what it is. I put it on the manifest, but that's what they have. As long as it's not an explosive or something. So the guy gets pissy with me because I'm like, I want to see you put because these people, they take these boxes and they throw them in a pile. They don't put the stickers on them. They don't put the shipping labels on them immediately. They print it out, and then maybe they guess which one it goes to. So I made him put it on, and he's getting pissy because he's called away to it. And I'm thinking, I better insure this. Now I realize I should not have, because then they realize it's valuable and they can steal it just with impunity. So I had this body armor I was shipping, The shipping alone was like 50 something dollars because, and it would have been it would have been more than it was worth to insure it properly, or to I should have gone to FedEx, but I gave it to these people because I got a mailbox that I opened up there. Long story longer. It's been over 2 months. It's been 2.5 months. When I went in there and opened the PO, it's not a post office. I opened the box. It's supposed to be not the shipping box, but the fucking mailbox. It's supposed to be a standalone address so that there's no hassle. When I signed up for it, these two same girls with the multicolored hair and the nose rings and shit, they didn't know what they were doing. They were brand new, and they were like, "Oh well, wait, this is," and it took them forever. I'm like, just give me that that form. Let me put it, And then they gave me, said, here's a change of address form from the post office. You could sign it right here. We send that immediately to the post office. Don't worry, no problems. So here I am waiting 2.5 months later, not one single fucking piece of mail. And I'm looking at them because I put a very bad review on for the UPS store in Lancaster, Ohio. For good reason, because they or the delivery guy stole my shit. They stole my fucking body armor I was sending to somebody clear out, and this is probably another dead giveaway. It was going to Portland, Oregon, to a guy named Portland Andy, who is he's not a libtard. Let's put it that way. And he's been he's been videotaping these Antifa idiots out there for years, confronting them because, he's an American and he understands these people are stupid and they're fucking Marxist idiots and they don't understand. They've all been born after the Soviet Union disappeared, all right? That happened in 1989. And these idiots, they don't, you're racist. Oh, white racist. Fuck you, all right? So they know who I am. They know what's going on. So I had to go to the post office like a month after end of September. I said, what's going on? They said, we don't have any record of it. Oh, so these fucking assholes at the UPS store in Lancaster, Ohio, never sent them the fucking form. So they're doing this shit on purpose. They're fucking with me because they know that I'm not a patriot, I'm not a proud boy. I'm just an American who is sick of this bullshit going on in this country. So these fucking punks. And I said, well, it's been 2.5 months. Not a single piece of mail. I got 2 pieces of mail from the post office on the same day. And it was just a response saying, we got your change of address finally. That I had to go to the post office and fill out because these idiots fucked up. And I got that, and then I got I put in a forwarding too from my last business address. And I used to get gobs of shit, okay? Just tons of stuff. And a lot of very important stuff too from the government, etc. Stuff about Social Security, etc. My health insurance and all that, and Medicare, Medicaid, I'm getting nothing. 2.5 months, nothing. So I just looked at him. She says, well, what's your name? I'm like, you fucking know who I am. So I said, okay, I'm Luke. And she goes, well, we're looking. We haven't received anything. I said, so that tells me right there she's lying because they got something from the post office a couple, 3 weeks ago stating that everything's being forwarded and everything is now being referred to my new address. So all of the bank, all my credit cards, all the banking information should all have been in that box, in that mailbox. Nothing. 2.5 months. And I just looked at the both of them and I said, you realize this is federal. I didn't say anything else. I said, this is federal. So when I catch them fucking doing this shit, that's a federal offense. That's a goddamn, that's no misdemeanor. That's a goddamn felony federal offense. Fucking with the mail, interfering with the mail. What do we got here? What's your opinion of femboys? Femboys. They're not men. All right, let's put it. They're fucking stupid motherfuckers. They've been chemically castrated by, so they're all anxious. They're so depressed. The world is so mean. So they go to a psychiatrist. They go to a therapist. Psychiatrist gives them drugs. Drugs that says right on the label, this will make you want to kill yourself. But take it. And then, of course, while they're there, the CIA operates all that shit, all right? The medical industry operates all that shit. When they see that they've got a fucking candidate, they've got some idiot who can't deal with life, they take him, they get him in the office, they get him in that chair, they drug him, and then they start fucking brainwashing him. It's like this subtle, you don't have to do much to brainwash a dumb motherfucker, to break, you don't even have to break them. You just, some subtle suggestions, and they're hence, these retards that are out there in the street being paid, because nobody would go out there and do that shit, protesting, unless they weren't being paid, unless they were being paid, I should say. And there's a never-ending flow of money come from the certain tribe who own everything. And it's not going to stop until we eventually make it stop. So, these cocksuckers, somebody has my fucking body armor. And originally it's a $1,200 piece of body armor. I got it on sale. I got it on for $600, $700. And I was sending it to this guy because he's facing down these kind of idiots in the street, and they're starting to get really violent. They're starting to shoot people, attack people, hit them with bricks, whatever it takes. They're going after the ICE agents and all that. I wish they'd just start fucking cutting these motherfuckers in half. Just cut them in fucking half. And I got 3 or 4 of them working here in this stupid fucking UPS store in Lancaster, Ohio. So if they happen to be watching, if they ever catch this, I told them when I left, I said, you realize this is federal. This ain't some little fucking local yokel town bullshit where you can just, steal with impunity. So I'm working on a couple of things. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I'm going to let them hang themselves with as much rope as they need over the next few, because they are interfering with my mail. So I'm getting nothing. I mean nothing. 2.5 months, not even a piece of junk mail. And I was getting stacks of shit, and a lot of it very important stuff about business, etc. Stupid motherfucking punk motherfuckers steal my fucking shit. Body armor. So some idiot hillbilly punk has got my body armor now, and they probably think, oh, this is great. They're going to send me to Portland, and I get to put on a clown outfit and yell at the ICE agents. Fucking morons. So anyway, yeah, I'm not getting my mail. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I think I'm going to have to start all over from scratch. Get a fucking FedEx or a business sharing thing back in Columbus again. Because these idiots, there's nothing out here. There's no such thing. Or I should just open one myself. God damn it. Just all you have to do is sort mail properly, and honestly. But these idiots, I can just see it right now. They're probably throwing shit away. You know, they're probably looking at it and tossing it. Let's fuck with this guy. Fuck. Anyway, Santa Claus. Hardly. I am so fucking pissed that these fucking when that thing disappeared, that body armor disappeared, I'm like, it never got, and of course UPS, they don't give a fuck. They don't even respond. I did get like $250 back because I did insure it, but that cost, what did that cost? $50 or something? It's ridiculous. But somebody's got my body armor. And when I find out who it is, enough said. Goodbye.